For the first time after her re-election, Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister from Bangladesh, gave an interview to an international broadcaster, and that was with Deutsche Welle. We talked about her priorities, about her fears, and what she wants to leave behind once she will have left the office. Sheikh Hasina, we are sitting here underneath a painting of your father, who is the founder of Bangladesh, Mujibur Rahman. He got assassinated in August 1975, alongside with many of your family members. But you and your sister, you stayed in Germany that very day. Has this shaped your relationship to Germany?
Well, you see, with German, we have always good relationship. And 1975, as my husband, he was a nuclear scientist, and he was working in Karlsruhe University. So we just went there for a holiday, for a few days. That time I was a student of Dhaka University, but I have two kids, and I took my sister with me. I said, let's go there. We will be in a university area. You will get very good environment for study. But it is unfortunate that within 15 days we heard that we have nobody. Everybody was killed except these two sisters. Yes, I appreciate German government. Immediately they inform us if we want to stay back there, they are ready to accept it. So that way you can say yes, as because we were there, so German has very special, friendly gesture to us.
So you are now in office for the third term in a row, and I hear rumors that you say this might be your last term?
I want to, well, it's, consecutive third term, and before that I was Prime Minister, so it's my fourth term, so I don't want to continue for more. I think that everybody should take a break, and then we can make accommodation for younger generation.
So you would say this is probably your last term? Do I understand you right?
When I became Prime Minister first term, then I said, okay, I don't want to continue. I want to let other to do, but I couldn't stop because, well, actually we are struggling for establishing democracy and people's emancipation.
That's what I would love to talk with you about, Prime Minister. So what would you like to accomplish within these next 5 years?
Food security, accommodation, education, healthcare, job opportunity, these are basic needs. Then definitely every human being wants a better life. Then we have to ensure that. My father struggled his whole life for this people and the country. He liberated the country. He wanted to build up this country as a prosperous country, but he could do it. So I feel that this is my job.
But when you're talking about establishing a democracy, there's more you want to establish. It's like freedom of speech, it's human rights, it's gender equality. What are you going to do in this regard?
Listen, actually, what you see now in the country, it is not like this. As because our country ruled by military dictator, time and again, no movement, freedom of movement. That was the situation. We had only one television, no private television, no private radio. How people can exercise their freedom of speech.
So you say you're coming really...
Actually, I bring a lot of change. 1996, when first time I became Prime Minister, first thing I decided that I will open up everything to the private sector. One thing is to ensure freedom of speech, ensure people's freedom of movement and right, and our first priority was to ensure food security. So country become self-sufficient in food, then education, that is also very, very important. because unless you educate people, how can you build up this country as a poverty-free country?
So, Prime Minister, would you consider education one of your priority?
We took initiative that we should ensure that each and everyone should get food security and side-by-side education. We started building schools where there is no school, and also encourage children to go to school. We started giving mother some money or some facilities so that she should send their children to the school. So that way we encourage them for education. And for healthcare, we started establishing community healthcare center. What I feel that their basic needs, that food, shelter, education, then job opportunity, that is also, and also security. So it is their human rights.
Which role does freedom of speech play for you? You just said that earlier on there were only state-ruled media. This is changing in your country. Is it like also a basic need that people have the freedom of expression?
Oh yes, of course, they can.
And you support that 100%?
100%.
Also critical voices who criticize your style of leadership or your decisions? Would you say this is part of a democracy?
Listen, if you work more, then you will hear more criticism. But you should ask my people whether they are satisfied or not, what they think, whether they are getting all what they need, whether I can provide this.
We all remember, I think the world does as well, the situation of bloggers here in Bangladesh some years ago. Many of them got murdered and killed on the streets.
Well, some incident happened, but immediately we took action. Now, you know, the terrorism become a worldwide problem, and Bangladesh also face some extent. But immediately we take action. We declare zero tolerance to terrorism. And we could have controlled that. Yeah.
How do you do that? I mean, zero tolerance, it sounds so easy to do.
It is not that easy. It is very complicated, it is true. But what I did, well, in one hand I strengthened our law enforcement agencies, and we trained them and special arrangement for them. But what is more effective, that is, I just directly went, I go to the people, I call upon the people.
But besides the awareness, you needed to build a coalition with fundamentalist groups like Hifazat Islam during the election. So do they want something out of that now?
I told you that in this country, everybody has freedom of speech. So they have also right to spell out what they want. But what we have to do, of course we have to do, because we already passed the law about the marriage age, and there also we are involving whole society.
But you will fight for the right.
Yes,
you won't change the constitution.
Only law or taking action will not solve the problem. But what I have done, that our education for girls is totally free up to 12th class. Then we provide a stipend for them. Free books we distribute for all students. And even our primary section, the girls' enrollment is more than boys. And now parents, now they want that their children should be educated. Then we created job opportunity for girls also, because education is free. Now parents also want that his girl should, you know, educate. So they also think that their girl should educate so that then she will get a job. So marriage is not the only aim.
Opportunity for
yes,
girls.
Actually, you have to change the mindset. In the past, parents used to think, why I should educate the girl, because one day she will get married, she will go to the another family. But now they don't think that. Now they think that, yes, I should educate my girl, she will be eligible to earn money, and well, then she may get married. So that way we are bringing, change in the society gradually. Now our child marriage has reduced tremendously within
So you're fighting
years.
for that, I hear.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if anybody supported you during the election, this is something that's not negotiable for you girls, right?
Of course not.
Prime
What I
Minister-
have done and it will continue.
It will.
Well, I don't want to fight with them, or I don't want to spell up, I will do it. Now, what is my job? That is to keep peace in this country, a peaceful atmosphere, right? So, well, I have told you the people have every right to speak what they want to, but what is good for the country, good for the people, good for the girls, boys, or human being, that is my concern, and of course we will do that.
I would like to come one more time back to the elections which just happened. Your ruling coalition won 288 out of 300 seats. That's 96%. That's nearly 100%. What happened to the opposition?
Actually, you see, when you contest election, what people want to see, who is the leader, they couldn't present that. Actually,
So
their
then-
lack of politics is mainly there, that they couldn't present any leadership that who will run the country next.
Secularism is under threat in your country.
No.
You wouldn't
not at
say
all,
so?
no.
So you're not afraid of like really Islamistic forces?
Islamistic forces are there, no doubt about it, but if you can see the condition, in this country we have religion harmony. Each and every religion people, they can perform their...
But people get killed on the streets because of criticizing or not living conform
No,
with
it is not
some
true.
religious ideas.
No, it is not true.
They got threatened. I mean, we were talking about bloggers earlier on. I mean, there's a danger in the streets, isn't it?
Yes, I told you that few incidents took place, but immediately we took, a step, then it stopped. In our country, we always create atmosphere that each and every religion, they can perform their religion faith peacefully, honorably. Secularism doesn't mean that no religion, no. We believe in religion and everybody should have their right, and we have religion harmony.
So you don't feel any threat?
Islam is a religion for peace. Now, only few people sometimes they use it, but that is the wrong way. They shouldn't do it.
Prime Minister, thank you so very much indeed.
Thank you.